I would hate that when I pass, somebody would bring up who ghosted me. Not the idea at all. Not the story I want to tell. I want to talk about the people who loved me. What if the world can change me? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. I lost my voice last week. Yeah, so I got that cough and cold thing. We were tested for the pandemic, negative, but I didn't have a voice. And so it's back. And I said, I'm going to do this unveiling of Princess Diana's statue. Even if I have to learn sign language and use it, I have to do a video. So here we are, writing it out, fighting it, naturally. We'll get into all that later. Let's just jump right into this video of the unveiling because there's a lot to unpack here. So we have William and Harry coming in. Thank God Harry's not wearing the gray suit. He's still wearing the gray tie, but at least there's no gray suit. They're wearing dark suits. And they're walking in, and William looks very natural, very regal, actually. He's kissing his auntie, and I don't know if it's two aunties. Oh, and then Harry does this like weird thing where he's like making jokes and making sport at kissing. And the lady there is just like, what? Say what's up? Like, what you doing? Anyway, he moves along acting like a real red-blooded American, you know. Earl of Spencer, Princess Diana's brother, keeps his hands in his pocket so he does not shake the hands. We have the committee here. He's meeting in the beige suit, and he's doing that American jump forward thing, you know, like, I'm just analyzing and using his hands a lot. And you can see that William is just like, who actually is this person standing here? Who are you, Harry? Okay, so that's the garden designer there in the beige suit. So at Kensington Palace, the sunken garden, he designed that. So that is where the statue sits. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about how Prince Harry went to like Frogmore Cottage, where Princess Eugenie is dwelling now. I mean, he moved out, so space available, real estate available, you know. And this is the thing, they said that he can quarantine there because there would be enough space for them to not come in contact with each other. Like, that's what I was saying in a previous video as well, is that it's not a cottage. Meghan, stop referring to it as a cottage. It might be the name. They have lots of names like Seaside Bungalow, yet it's like a huge mansion stretching across the beaches of Barbados looking like a hotel. That's a name. But the fact is that it's not back at the cottage. Like, don't call, like, I feel like so angry about that because in my family home in Barbados, we had a wooden cottage. And when they were selling the home, they said, the realtor would say, the wooden cottage. They didn't call it a shack. They could have though. But for real estate purposes, it's a cottage. It's a small dwelling. A cottage is a small dwelling. So this is what I was saying, like the cottage. But then now you can see here that he came there and he was able to quarantine separately, completely separately from Princess Eugenie and her baby and everybody, her husband, everybody. So that's what I was saying. It was just so annoying to like hear her say cottage and cottage. It is not a cottage. It is a mansion. It is a maison. It is a chateau. But it's definitely not. It's a manor, even. But it's definitely not a cottage. Annoying. Very annoying. She's very annoying. So, anyway, he's out of quarantine. And I didn't cover all of that because I was no voice. So, yeah. Now we go, of course, hands William the rope first. And then Harry, normal procedure, to unveil the statue. So see how that goes. I don't know, all that chit chat. I mean, Harry's just laughing and laughing and laughing and just like, ha 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 ha. We're at this. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pause this before they unveil it. He's like, oh, we're at this new movie viewing. Oh, okay, great film. Ha ha ha. Well done, job. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, Princess Diana passed away. I was very young when she passed away, but my family has always been into the royal family. And especially Princess Diana. So I remember those times. Prince William has the right composure and the right presence. And Prince Harry's just like, oh, ho, ho, let's see what kind of slapstick comedy we can get out of this. Oh, great to meet you. Great to meet. It's like he's so crazy. He's so different. He's so weird. Why is it crazy? I don't mean it like that. I mean, he is so different from how he used to be. Anyway, let's watch them unveil the statue. And there we go. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about this. You see that William just throws the rope to Harry, who is rolling up the veil and whatever, because that's his job, you know, as a second brother. I think there is an ethnically black child here, a boy, and then a white child here. As far as how Diana looks in this statue, this is a really amazing piece of work. Like, the details are really good. Like, this is really, he's a very good sculptor, a really good artist, I think. That's my opinion. But her face looks a little bit stern. I never saw that facial expression in any pictures or anything I've ever watched of her, or even when she was alive. I don't remember that facial expression. Like, it looks powerful, which is good, but it looks a bit, I mean, she was a handsome woman. She was not the cutesy looking beauty. She was a more classical beauty. But this has her looking a little bit too masculine for me, in my opinion, in her face. And I understand the deepness of it. Like, I can see that she's in deep thought, or in deep, you know, she's pensive here. But I just think it's a little bit too hard for her. Because although she had a handsome face, she was very soft in her face. And I think this is a bit too hard. And this is supposed to be her later in life as well, but I still don't. I mean, I see the technique and I see the detail, but I just don't know if I know that, if I know that's facial expression from her, or if any of us do. Let me know in the comments if you know that facial expression from her. I just feel like I've never seen that, so we can discuss it in the comments down below. Here they are standing in front of the statue. A lot of people thought that, like, they reconciled or something. William is still composed. He's just dealing with the statue. He's looking at it properly. You know, you have Harry here just like a loose cannon, really. I mean, he doesn't know where to look. Yeah, then he stands there. Okay, he's looking. He doesn't know who to look at. Look at the statue. That's what you're here for. He's talking with his hands, and his hands is just talking with his hands. You see how William has his hands in front of him, very composed, very mature, but also very relaxed, which is so comforting. I keep saying this in all my videos, like, William is so comforting as the next, or the future monarch, should I say. He is very comforting. Look at this. Look at this fool just laughing and shouting at people, like, hey there, what you doing? Oh, yeah, oh, I can't hear you. Can't hear you. What is that? Just clap in and swing. Okay, so I just wanted to finish watching this. This is great. You see he's playing with his ring at one point. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. When I play with my ring, I think, oh my God, my husband's in the car waiting for me. You know, you're obviously thinking. So he's obviously thinking about Meghan, who has captured his mind completely and owns it and has it in a jar in Montecito. It does tell you something about him. He seems very different. He seems like he's on a happy pill. And that's what I was going to say about this antibiotics that I was trying to get. I know the score here. Like, you can go back to the doctor and be like, I'm not coughing up blood anymore, but I still have the cough. Can I get the antibiotics now? And the doctor will be like, come back to me in a week. Then we'll get you some antibiotics. You know, it's just like, oh my God, like, what do I have to do? If I was in the States or if I was in Barbados, I would get antibiotics and in 3 days I would feel better. Like, this is going on for 3 weeks, you know? So I understand that difference. Now, he's in California, so they're handing out pills. Like, that's why there's an epidemic on, you know, painkillers and stuff like that in America, because they're much more readily available. The doctor is more willing to prescribe prescription drugs to you. And clearly he is on some. I'm almost finished. And clearly he is on some, because he's just you know what I mean? He's just over the top, like bipolar, like the happy side. I don't know. My point is that when he was living in England, and whether he was happy or unhappy, or whether Meghan was happy or unhappy, he looked composed. He looked like he was not here for a good time. Don't know where I am, but I'm somewhere. You know? He knew where he was. He looked composed. And I think he's lost that from being in America, and where everything's for money and you're performing all the time. She's taught him to perform all the time. And it's just really different from how he was in England. But I also don't disagree with anyone who thinks that he needs support. Like, he literally threw his family under the bus, lied on his family. There are about 8 points in that original Oprah interview with Meghan and Harry that were disputed, discredited, proven to be wrong, and put aside. But how does he feel that he went up there and lied on these people? You know, even if it's your worst enemy. And I don't know if you all caught on to my personal vlog I did. I started a new channel, and I told a story where I spoke about an incident that I needed to get off my chest. And it was hard. It was very hard. It felt good at the end of it, but it was hard to talk about. And then once I talked about it, I just needed that support, you know? And I got that support to say, it's okay, be brave, you did good, proud of you. You need that. You need somebody to come and support you. And whether that be in the form of medication, therapist, whatever. I spoke to a therapist after I did that. Sure did. So after I did my 2 videos on that new channel, I'll be putting up a video on that new channel again about Jersey. But after I put that video up, I voluntarily took it down because it served its purpose for me. And that felt good too. Like, there's a process you go through when you reveal your inner thoughts. And I'm not talking about the generational trauma that he was referring to. I'm talking about the trauma literally from what he did, exposing these things that weren't true. But even if it's true things, it does take a lot out of you to do that. So once it served its purpose, I took it down. I feel a lot better now. I hope everyone feels a lot better now, because it was worth it to get that off my chest. Hi guys, I'm just editing my video, and in talking about Harry's post-traumatic stress that he may have gotten from that Oprah interview, I mentioned that I also had done a confessional Dear Diary of somebody who had done me wrong, and I wanted to talk about it. Listen, thank you so much to my subscribers. I got so many personal accounts, so many stories. I mean, literally books on similar experiences that you guys had been through, and that meant so much to me, because like I said, when you take something off your chest like that, there's a backlash that happens within you where you think you're relieved, but at the same time you feel like, oh my God, what did I just do? Like, I just I exposed everything, you know? And I really appreciate my subscribers who supported me and said, I've been through the same thing. A lot of those stories do not end well. So I'm glad that I was proactive in putting an end to that situation, if any of you watched it. But anyway, I just want to say that because that means a lot to me. That I am lucky that I had people who related to my story and that I was able to feel good about what I did. And like I said, I voluntarily took it down. Okay, back to editing. I want to get this video out tonight. Okay, so imagine I told the truth and I was telling my real life story. So imagine if you're actually just going up there and lying and playing a part and throwing everyone who you know loves you under a bus, accusing them of egregious things. And then you need something. So if he wasn't, like what I'm saying is that if he wasn't fragile before, he's fragile now. Just from that Oprah interview alone, I would have had to been committed, honestly. So in terms of people thinking that Harry's a victim and he's being held hostage in California, people can only do to you what you let them do to you. So I think that he is there because he wants to be there. It's a cop-out, 100%, but he's happy. He's very happy, it looks like. He's like Prozac happy. Anyway. Okay, there's this other article that my friend Lizzie sent me, and it is about Meghan Markle, heartbreak, proud uncle passes away before getting a chance to meet Prince Harry. Okay, this is just another family member that Meghan has ghosted. Like, I think we should be quite used to that by now. This is not anything unexpected, but I don't know why they're linking this man's passing to Meghan Markle and how he felt about her. Can we talk about how he felt about his children, or how his children feel about him? Can we have a nice obituary about this man who happens to be related to a public figure? But can we talk about what his family, who has spoken to him and who has let him meet their significant others, can we talk about how they feel and how he felt about them? I don't know why they're inserting Meghan Markle into this. It's really annoying because she has nothing to do with anybody. I would hate that when I pass, somebody would bring up who ghosted me. Not the idea at all. Not the story I want to tell. I want to talk about the people who loved me, who embraced me, who admired me. Why are we talking about her? She ghosted him. Why was he so proud of her too? Like, who asked him to be proud of her? Like, what did she do to make him so proud of her? She bagged a prince. She got a D-list movie role. I mean, not movie. Hello. Huh? She got a D-list television role. Like, what makes him so proud? And again, I always talked about that before. Like, I feel like she's gotten a lot of credit where credit was not due. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. And my voice is coming back. I'm so happy to be back on it. Everyone gets sick days, you know. So sorry to everyone who has been waiting for my video. Lots of love to you. Please subscribe, press the bell notification, and also give a thumbs up because it helps my traction. And so I'll be able to make more videos. And yeah, I'm just really excited because I'm back. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you. Bye.